Let's look a little deep in our lungs. Few facts about how to keep our lungs healthy and safe. We should basically know how the lungs work, and also to keep it healthy, safe and pure. So basically we have two lungs. Right lung and left lung. Right bronchus and left bronchus. And at the bottom is a sheet-like structure called diaphragm. And at the top is the trachea. When we breathe in, both the lungs and the muscles surrounding it also do some work. So we need to know what they do and how do they work. Only then we will understand the importance of one single breath we take. The lungs are placed very safely in the chest cavity. The lungs and the heart is situated between our chest cavity. So these are most important organs present in this region. So, to protect them, there is a structure called rib cage, which means lot of bones placed in order to protect our lungs and heart. There is a tube present behind our nose. That tube is called as windpipe. Windpipe is also known as trachea. The center portion of the trachea divides into two. It is termed as bronchus or bronchia. Their tips ends up with small sac-like structure called as alveoli. The alveoli sacs are surrounded by the blood vessels, arteries, veins and capillaries. So that space is for the good and bad blood to exchange gases. The alveoli are surrounded by blood vessels from our heart. The pulmonary arteries will bring the bad blood, that is carbon dioxide filled blood, to the lungs. Then the oxygen-rich blood will go into the blood vessels. Then the carbon dioxide from that blood vessels will move into the alveoli sacs. Now when we exhale, the unwanted carbon dioxide will come out. When we breathe in oxygen-rich air, it will go to our lungs. From there, the gas exchange happens in the alveoli sacs. From the alveoli sac, it will take the oxygen-rich blood to the heart. And from the heart, the oxygen-rich blood reaches the other parts of the body. Again from the heart, the carbon dioxide-rich blood comes to the lungs, and we exhale it out. So all these processes happens in just one breath, that you inhale and exhale. For all the processes, the muscles in our nose, and the muscles in our rib cage, which is called as intercostal muscles or the diaphragm, a sheet-like structure below the lungs. All these muscles help in taking one breath, so, while we breathe the air passes through our nose. There are structures called cilia inside the nose. Cilia are small feather-like structure, inside our nose. So, while we breathe, the feather will clean the dust particles in the nose itself. It will make the air warm and humidify, and send it to trachea. Then the air passes through the trachea, and moves through the bronchus and reaches the alveoli sacs. Our lungs is breathing so much for us. Whereas, what are the ways which we are spoiling the lungs? The most dangerous to our lungs, smoking. When we smoke, the air which goes to our lungs, and reaches the part where the gas exchange happens, there is a substance called nicotine, which is present in the cigarettes, will mix into our blood and spread to our entire body. When we smoke, which means while we inhale and exhale that smoke, the nicotine goes into our lungs completely through our bronchus. And immediately it creates a black patches on the lungs. Difference between the two lungs of a smoker and a non-smoker. Means when we smoke, that particular part of alveoli cannot fully process the gas exchange, and it cannot do its usual process properly. Why do people feel very addicted to smoking, once they start it? Because nicotine doesn't mix only with the blood, but through blood it also reaches to the brain. The brain has centers called pleasure centers, which means that it makes you feel good and relaxed. So what happens when the pleasure centers get activated in the brain? So, it means when you smoke, the nicotine goes through the blood and activates the pleasure center in the brain, and it also damages the brain cells as well. Smoking not only affects that person, but also affects the people surrounding them. Sometimes, it may be their children, or elders or whoever near them. So, as much as active smoking is injurious to one's health, the same way the passive smoking is also injurious. These are some points which our lungs can get affected due to smoking. Next is an infection called pneumonia. Pneumonia, that is a lung infection or pleural effusion, referred to as water on the lungs. Why do you cough when you have infection? If the infection is in our lungs or throat, the alveoli will itself try to push the infection out of your body. When there is infection, a substance called mucus is produced. Mucus is produced by our lungs, to fight against infection. The mucus fills inside the bronchus and almost cover it. So the way it shrinks and we feel breathlessness, we cough and also find it difficult to breathe. How to save our lungs and keep it healthy and safe. Few simple tips for healthy lungs. Exercise. When you work out, your lungs' capacity improves. Your body takes in lots of oxygen, and your body will produce very less amount of carbon dioxide. So your lungs' capacity will improve very well. It will also help in improving your blood circulation. When the blood circulation improves, a large amount of carbon dioxide will go out easily. So physical activity is very important for your lungs. Now let's look some common food items which keeps our lungs healthy. Turmeric. Turmeric is very good for your lungs as well as for your health. We use turmeric daily. And it has many other health benefits too. Walnuts. Walnuts contains lot of antioxidants, which is very healthy for your lungs. Try to eat lot of green vegetables. And cherries and blueberries, which contains immunity boosters. Green tea. Green tea contains lot of antioxidants. What is antioxidants? It is which may help reduce inflammation in the lungs. These compounds may even protect lung tissue from the harmful effects of smoke inhalation. Inflammatory substances like green tea help in fighting against infection by improving our immune system. Drinking green tea once or twice a day is very good for your healthy lungs. All these contains immunity boosters and antioxidants, which helps to keep our lungs healthy. I hope you all liked the video, and now you all know a little bit more about our lungs. Do not smoke. Keep your lungs healthy, safe and pure. Stay healthy and eat healthy.